Louise from JumpStart Dance. Welcome to our contemporary class live every Monday at 6 p.m. I'm just going to wait for a few more people to join us and then we'll get going. How are we all doing today? Well, I hope. Hi, if you're joining us, it's Louise from JumpStart Dance. We're just waiting for a couple of minutes to get going. While I'm just making sure I'm ready, make sure your space is nice and clear around you. You've not got any sharp pointy objects or rugs or cables lying down on the ground. You've got no small people or animals around you. And make sure you've got some water. So make sure you've got those things before you come and take part today. Fabulous. So I think we shall make a start. So as well as making sure that your space is nice and safe and you've got some water, just make sure you have got something practical for yourselves to wear today. Make sure that a grown-up knows you're taking part in this and that they can just keep a little eye on you while you're doing this today. And if you do have any questions, obviously we can't see each other, so just get in touch at the end of the session by emailing louise@primaryschooldance.co.uk and I will endeavour to answer all the queries that I get. Hi, if you're joining us. Hi, it's Louise from JumpStart Dance. So welcome to our dance leaders, who I know some of you are there watching live. So hi if you're there, Becky and Maisie and Morgan. Martha might be there today, or Emmy. So hi to those of you, and hello if you have never joined us before. Thank you for joining us for our Monday night classes. These contemporary sessions are designed for sort of upper key stage 2 and key stage 3. It's great that these sessions are so popular. Our first videos had well over 100 views, so people are obviously enjoying being able to do some contemporary dance in their homes. So fabulous. Thanks for joining us, and we're going to get going. Today's session is to do with swings. We did swings a few weeks ago with our arms. We're going to do a bit more of that today, but in a different way. We are going to be using our spine in this plane. So this is our sagittal plane, where we're going to move it forwards and backwards. And we're also going to add in a bit of twisting and rotation today in our shoulders and in our spines. So that's what we've got to look forward to. We're going to be about 30 minutes or slightly more than that. And we're going to start off, as usual, with a warm-up. So today's warm-up, we're just going to mobilise ourselves a little bit, and then we're going to be working on counts of 16. Okay, so I will break everything down as we go so that you understand each individual element, but we will be building it up into a short warm-up phrase. So make sure you've got plenty of space around you. I'll just pop some music on and we'll just get mobilised first of all. Okay, so treading through the feet, so bending in your knees, lifting one foot slightly off the ground, lifting the heel up, getting some movement in the feet and in the knees, circling in the torso, in the hips, other way. Brilliant, we'll stick with circles, and we'll use our shoulders, elbows, and you hold on. We'll just take that forwards. And you hold on. Brilliant. Take your chin down. And look ahead. Over to one side. And the other. And tip your head, tip your ear towards your shoulder. And tip your head over to the other side. Brilliant. So just give everything a little shake, make it all up. Fabulous. Just check you've got lots of room around you, because we're going to be traveling a little bit today, or as much as we can within our space. So as I said, we're going to be moving on counts of 16. So your first set of 16 are 16 walks on the walks around your space. So they might be quite little walks, or they might even be marches on the spot, depending on how much room you have. But we're going to move our feet for 16 counts. Let's just try that first of all. So we're trying to listen to the beat as much as you can hear it. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. So nice and straightforward. 16 counts, just kind of keeping it within the safety of your space. But the music is quite fast, so we're just getting our heart rate raised. That's our first move, 16 counts, walking or marching if you need to. Second set of 16 counts, we're just going to introduce our swinging action. So we're just going to do a nice easy swing with the arms going forwards and backwards. I'm not trying to place them in a certain position. It's just really nice and relaxed. We're just getting the fluid in the shoulders working nicely. And we've just got a nice heavy, easy feel to our arms. As we do that, we're going to bend in the knees. So just going to go forwards and backwards for 16 counts. That's set 2. So set 1 is walking, set 2, bouncing and swinging. Set 3, we're going to work mostly on our legs here. We're going to do some tondus. If you joined us last week, then we were doing tondus here as well. So we're stretching through the toes and bringing it in. So our feet are in parallel here. So they're hip distance apart, which you can get by turning your toes out and then making your heels, drawing them in this line. And we're thinking about sending a foot forward and in, keeping the toes along the ground all the time. And you're just peeling your heel off. Arms come out to the sides, and we're just going to tondu for 16 counts. So that's set 3. Last set, set 4. What is it? I've forgotten already. What we're going to do? Oh, I need to refer to my notes. Oh, yes, we're going to roll down our spine. So I'll just turn to the side for a second. We're going to move through each vertebrae. So we're just really nicely warming up our back for all the movements it's going to do today. Chin goes down to the chest. Knees are nice and easy. We're going through each vertebrae all the way down. And then we're reversing that. Knees bent to protect our back. And head coming up last. But obviously I can't see you, so really think about going slowly and smoothly through the spine to warm it up and make sure those knees are nice and soft all the time to protect our spine at the bottom here. That's our last set of 16, so that's the 4th set. We're rolling down for 8, then we come up for 8, so that's nice and slow. Right, so that's the first version of our warm-up. So 1, walking. 2, we're going to just swing and bounce with our arms. 3, tondus, and 4, spine roll down and up. Let's try that together. Okay, so we're going to start off with that walking. Ready? 5, 6, 7, 8. And a swing. Tondus. Stretch. Keep your toes on the floor. Oh, I think there's too many there. All right, into your spine roll. 8 counts down. Bend your knees. Roll up. All right, how did we get on? Right, let's try it once more. Are you ready? Walking. 5, 6, 7, 8. Let's keep going. Point and point. And in 2 more. Brilliant. Spine roll goes down. Bend knees coming up. Okay, so that was our low intensity version. As long as you are feeling fit and healthy, we're going to move on to a slightly higher intensity part of our warm-up before we really get going in our main part of our session. So instead of walking for those 16 counts, we're now going to turn it into a jog. So you're just going to jog, keep it close around yourself, just use the space you've got. And if you're really struggling, just do the jog on the spot. That's absolutely fine. So first set, we're not walking anymore, we are jogging. Second set, instead of doing just a really gentle swing with our arms, we're going to turn it into a figure of 8. So we're going to swing the arms down and they're going to do a circle at the side of our body and lift up. Then they're going to go down to the left and up. So they're swinging down and up to either side. So it's like a figure of 8 movement with your arms. Now, rather than just keeping your head and your shoulders quite stationary, we're going to get them involved as well. So you're following the movement with your head. And we've got a nice twist in our spine here. Okay, so we're going to do that for our second count of 16. And instead of doing our tondus, we're going to take that now into a little lunge. So it's nice and easy still, but we're stepping forward, bending both knees, and then coming back in. So we're making the movement bigger, and we're raising our heart rate. All right, so that's our third set, some lunges. And then to finish off, we're going to do that spine roll. Except it's going to be quicker. We're crouching down, we're going to come forward. We're going to sneak in a cheeky press up. And then we're going to come back up. So that last count of 16 is super speedy. When you go down, just make sure your hands are nice and flat on the ground, elbows tucked in on that press up. If you don't want to do the full version of a press up here, then you can drop your knees down and then just do it here instead. Right, so that's your adaptation if you prefer. So we're going to go from the top of the warm-up. We're going to do first set is jogging, second set, big figure of 8 swings, third set, lunges, and then fourth set, we're going down, we'll do a little press up, and come back up again. Let's restart our music. So hopefully you can hear that. Our count is in. So first set of 16, we are jogging. Ready? 5, 6, 7, 8. Big arm swings. Use your head and your shoulders. Lunges. Down you go. Into the press up. Soft knees. From the top. Big arm swings. Lunges. So bending in both knees. Now into our spine roll. Press up. Back up. We're going to do a little jog. And then turn that into a walk. Just get your breath back if you need to. Okay, so stand with your feet slightly wide apart. Take your arms out. Just going to do a little stretch before we get started. Reach with the right arm and then stretch it over to the right. And lift it up. We're going to go the other way. So reach over to the left and then send it over the head to the right. We're going to be working on our backs a lot today. So we're just going to give them a little stretch. I'm going to turn to the side so you can see. I'm going to take my arms out in front and I'm sending my belly button towards the back. So curving in my spine here. Now interlace the fingers. Stretch up. This is a nice balance challenge for you. Really lifting up, shoulders away from the ears. And then rising up onto your balls of your feet. Nice and strong. It's a really good point of focus to help you with your balance. You got it. Yeah, well done. And then take everything down. Put your hands on your waistband, or where your waistband usually sits. And then you're going to gently push your hips forward and just help create a small arch in your back to stretch it out. All right, so that's our warm-up. I hope you're feeling ready to go. I'm just going to grab myself a drink. If you need to, please go and do that too. All right, so with your phrase today, we're going to do it on the right side first, but then hopefully if we've got time, we're going to try and work it out on the left too. It is going to be a little bit travelly. As you can see, I've not got a very wide space here, so I'm going to make everything quite small. If you've got a wider space, then feel free to really stretch the movements much further, and I'll kind of talk to you about that as we go through the session. So in our warm-up, we did some swings, and we're going to stick with the swings. That's going to be the first part of our phrase today. So going to the right side first, so both arms are coming down here, and up and over, and then down. So we've got a really nice fluid, flowing figure of 8 around the sides of our body. So just turn to the side so you can see that move again. It's going down and up. Head is following. So we've got a nice twist in the body. We do 4 of those, just like we did in the warm-up. So it's going to go right, left, right, left. There's a slight difference on the last one, which is our 4th one on the left. So let's get to that point. So we're going to go down to the right first for these swings. So it's going to go right, left, right, left. Now as the left comes down this last one, number 4, we're going to do a little rebound. So it's going to go down as normal. It's going to stop, and then we're going to go back in the opposite direction, and we're going to go right, left. And I'm heading to this diagonal here. So the right side in front of me. So it's going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and. Okay. So I'm still not forcing the movement here, but I've got a very clear direction. So it goes right, left, and then you're going to step on the right, and then you're going to hop on the left. So it goes right, left. Okay. So from here, we have 3, 4, 5, and 6, and. As you bring the knee forward, your arms are going to go in the opposite direction. So your knee comes forward, so that's going towards the right, and these arms are going towards the left. So we've got a nice twist in our spine here. So we're throwing the arms while we're hopping. So from the top, it looks like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, rebound, 5, and 6, and when you've done your hop, this left arm is going to pull you left. So we're on the diagonal, but then we're turning to face the front, and the left is pulling us, and it's trying to take us off balance. Obviously within the confines of the space you're working in. So stretch it as much as you can, and like you're going to fall off balance, but just be mindful of the furniture. So from the top, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, rebound, 5, and 6, and reach. Good. That's our first count of 8. Let's just go through that with our music. Go to the 80s today with our music. Hopefully you can hear that. It's very bassy. I hope you can hear it. 5, 6, 7, 8. We have 1, 2, rebound, 5, and 6, and reach the left. Woo! Hey, not bad, not bad. Let's try it again from the top. This way. 5, 6, 7, 8. Brilliant. So we don't hold it there for too long. We're going to grab our balance back. We've stretched over as far as we can to the left, and then we're going to turn, and we're going to go to face the right. There's quite a few changes of direction in this dance. We're facing forward, then we're on the diagonal. We're facing the front, but leaning to the left, and then we're going to turn 90 degrees to face the wall here. Your left hand is still out, and we're going to do another swing here. So we've had swings in a figure of 8. We've had swings here, and now we've got just our left arm, so that's your arm nearest to me. You're going to drop it round, and we do a full circle across in this direction. So it's along our side in the sagittal plane. So we're here, left, and then we're going to turn and drop the arm. And as you drop in the arm, I'm bending in the knees, and I'm really thinking about dropping in my pelvis as well. That goes 1. And then as it starts to come up again, you're going to bring your front leg up, which is your left leg, and you're going to place both of your hands on your knee. So if I just do it here for you, so you're going round and up. So it's your left leg coming up, and both hands are placed on top of your leg. Let's rewind a bit. Imagine we've done those 4 swings. We're here, we're changing direction, we're rebounding. It goes 5 and 6 and 7, 8, drop, 1, 2, 1, and then up. So as this arm passes the second time, it gathers up that leg and it brings it to here. From here, you really flex through that foot. It's a bit like a develope. So we're opening and unfolding the leg, except we've got a nice flexed leg here. I'm not looking for height. I'm looking for pushing and pressing through the space. So that left leg is here, leading through the heel, push. And as you push, I want it to have the opposite effect in the top half of your body. So your leg is pushing forwards, and I want you to lean back away from it. It's difficult to do it in slow motion, but you're going to lean away from it, and then the momentum is going to bring you down. So you're in a crouched over position. So it looks like this. So my arms are heavy, my legs are nice and bent, my head's looking down at the floor. It's just a nice curved position. So let's go from here. Boom, boom, that's 5 and. So we have 5 and 6 and 7, 8. Change direction. 1. I'm going to bring it up. Push it through, lean back and down. That's 1, 2, 3, 4. So it goes 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, let's try that again from here. 5, 6, 7, 8. We have 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, let's just do 4 more counts and then we'll go from the top. We're in this crouched position, and then we're going to do a little jump, except even though we're thinking about elevation, it's not with our head. Our head's going to stay down. We've got a bit of a contrast between the energy going up, but also feeling a bit like we're going down. So it looks like this. So everything starts bent, and then your legs and arms are going to straighten, but the top half of your body is still leaning over and looking down. So it's really this part of your back here is going up because everything is extending and being long, and then we close up small again. So we're closed, legs and elbows bent, straighten, close. All right, so let's try that again. So everything's bent, straighten, close. Last little bit, your arms are pretty much near your shoulders here because we've just clenched our fists. We're going to straighten up the legs, extend the arms above our head, and then we're leaning backward while our arms are coming down. So what I've done with my hands is I've gone jump and then land, and I've clenched my fists. They're going to come up above my head and then opening out. So the palms of my hands are leaning and opening out forward whilst I'm leaning back. So there's lots of opposites here with parts of our body wanting to go in opposite directions. So that's one of them here. So we're jumping, arms come up, you're leaning backwards as your arms open forwards to the front. So let's go from here and add that on. We have 1, Pick up 2, extend 3, and down 4. Gather in, we're jumping 5, and then lift your arms up, straighten your body, 6, 7, 8. So that last little bit of count is quite slow. Once you're up, we're leaning back, and I want you to think about really opening and oozing out a little bit like an elastic band that's being stretched as far as possible. So let's do that again from here. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Right, let's try that from the top. We'll mark it through and then we'll do it with the music. So our arms are going to the right first. 5, 6, 7, 8. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6, and 7, 8. Turn. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, how did we get on? Okay, let's try that with the music. Grab a drink if you need to, and let's have a go. So go to the right. Ready? 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, right, iffy. Let's try it again from the top. Here we go. Okay, well done, pretty good effort. I'm going to grab some water. I hope it's looking really good. I'm gutted I can't see what it looks like on other people's bodies. For me, it feels really nice. Everything flows from one thing to the next. There's not really any full stops in the movement. So it should just go really flowing and fluid. So let's add on. We have just gone 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So we're leaning back here, and then we're going to catch ourselves. We're going to lean back as far as possible. Now, I'm very mindful of what might be behind you. I don't know. So challenge yourself as far as possible here, but within the realm of being safe. So we're leaning back. We're going to lean back as far as possible. Challenge yourself, and then in the last minute, you do a little sort of a bit like a lunge. So your left leg is going to catch your balance, and we're doing a little bounce here. So we're leaning, drop. If you're not sure of what's behind you or how much space you've got, after you've done this lean here, straighten up and just step. It's not as exciting, it just looks good, but it's more important to be safe while we're staying at home. So we've done the jump. 5, 6, 7, 8, and drop 1. Okay, from here. So I'm just sort of swinging my arms down. We're then going to fling this left leg up. So we're changing direction again. We were facing the right. As we collect ourselves here, we're facing front. But we're going to turn and face right again. And as we do, you're going to step onto your right leg and throw your left leg up. Obviously, again, be mindful of how much space you've got. You might want to make it small, or if you've got loads of room here, then really go for it and fling your leg out. So we're here 1, we're going to fling 2, and as you fling your left foot up, you're going to now turn. So you're going to flip yourself over a bit like a pancake, and you're now going to turn to the towards the back to face left. So I've not done anything with my feet. I'm literally pivoting around on my toes and turning in my hips. So we're here, 1, 2, and as you're here, you're going to pivot on your right foot to turn 180 degrees. Okay, those of you, those dance leaders who are with me today, that you all came to Leicester College. We did something similar actually in that choreography, so that may look familiar to you. So we're here, 1, lane 2. You're going to step onto your back leg, which is your left leg, and we're going to lean. And then the last 4 counts, we're building up some momentum here. We're leaning back as far as we can and as safely as we can. And then we're going to take that into a little jog to come back to face the front. So those last 8 counts are 1, and actually what I didn't say is with your arms from here, bring your arms up, so you're going to swing them because that's going to help you to get the momentum to turn. So you're coming up here. Step onto your left leg, and then suspend and run back to start again. Let's mark that through. Let's go from here now as this middle count of 8. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Drop 1. Fling 2. Step. Lean up. 5, 6, 7, 8. So make that run as big as you can within the space that you've got. Try not to make it lean and then just walk. So the 2 moves are completely connected together. So this is building the momentum. We're stretching again like an elastic band. So we're stretching and we go. Even if you've not got a big space, try and get that feeling of suspending. And even if you just go around yourself a few times, that's absolutely fine. I mentioned the choreography, it's due to you. Alrighty, so it's nearly time to finish. I think we should go from the top one last time, or a couple of times, but now with the music. Let's add it all together. So this is the first count of 8. Yeah. Let's try from the top. 5, 6, 7, 8. Drop. And drop. Go. Lean and run. Right, bottom. Let's try again from the top. We're going to the right. Here we go. 5, 6, 7, 8. And one last time. Okay, well done. Okay, so Eva needs some water. Go and grab some now. And let's cool ourselves down. Ooh, not with that. Okay, so we're gradually lower the heart rate. If you've had the space and the energy to go for that phrase, then you'll probably find you quite hot and a little bit out of breath. So we're going to lower the heart rate, cool ourselves down, and finish with a stretch. Oh, that's just doing his own little thing. So we'll start without the music. We're actually going to repeat the low intensity part of our warm-up that we did earlier on. So we're just going to walk for 16 counts. Then we've got our swings, which we do for 16 counts. We've got our tundus, which we do for 16 counts. Then we do a nice slow roll through our spine. Make sure you bend your knees as you roll back up. Is it ready? Yes. Okay, so be a nice slow, steady pace. Walking, first step, here we go. And swing. Charging. Rolling down. And coming up. We're going to do that one last time. Walking. Swings. Brilliant. So Tanju. 4 more. Brilliant. Drop the arms, drop the chin. Slowly working through each vertebrae. Bending the knees. Nice and easy. Head coming up last. And we'll just finish off with the stretch that we did in the warm-up. So leaning to the right. Bring the right arm up and over. Nice stretch across our torso. We've worked our back super hard today. Over to the other side. Brilliant. And then bring the arms in front of you like you're holding a big beach ball. Sending your tummy backwards or your tummy button backwards. We've got a nice curve in the spine. Interlace the fingers and stretch up. We'll have another balance challenge here. So onto the balls of the feet. Nice and strong in the ankles. Staring at a still spot to help your balance. And down you go. Hands on your waistband. And doing a gentle lean back just to open out the back of the chest. And then straighten yourselves up. I think you deserve a round of applause. Thank you so much for joining us today. It's been a fantastic session. I've really enjoyed the flowing and the fluid movements there. So next week we will have something brand new for you to join in. So make sure you join us at 6 o'clock every Monday here on YouTube Live for Kids. If you enjoyed the session today, we'd really appreciate a donation just to help us sustain these sessions. Obviously, it takes quite a lot of time and resources to produce everything every week. So all the details you can contribute for are in the comments below here. So you can just do a little small donation to our PayPal page. We'd really appreciate anything that you can donate. So thank you very much. And I shall see you next week for another lovely contemporary class. See you all soon. Bye.